What's going on, everybody? It's your boy CD Trades, and today is July 15th. And I took a short this morning. We were at all-time highs, right? A lot of people would chase and continue going high because during the pre-market we're going up the whole time. But you got to remember, like, price needs to retrace at some point, right? It's like a stairs. It goes up, consolidate maybe, go back down, then go back up, right? Higher than it did before. So you got to remember price like that, right? It just doesn't go straight up. So, anyways, so today we had news at 8:30, I believe. Yeah, we had CPI, right? CPI news right here, highlighted for you guys to see. All right, and I do not trade before or hold my trades before that because slippage will kill you, right? It will take you for a long ride that you do not want to be on. Okay, so all right, so after we looked at CPI and we had news at 8:30, so I trade at 9:45. All right. I like to wait 15 minutes after the opening bell because the volatility is crazy and it will just take you out, right? With crazy wicks. So 9:30, let me mark it out for you guys so you guys could see. 9:30 was this candle right here. All right. Okay. So we have 9:30, which is right here, right? So once I saw this and it kept going up, I was like, okay, let me go to my take profit, top step account and freaking let's go on the 15-second charts. All right. So I went on the 15-second chart and I marked out this fair value gap right here. Price was going down from all-time highs and price was going down. And I was like, oh, okay. So let's see how price reacts to that. So I was looking at the 15-second chart on this candle right here, or this red candle right here. When it touched that, I was thinking about going in, but I had to remind myself so many times that when I got burnt that, hey, you know what? Let me wait a few minutes or a couple of seconds to see what would price do in the next few candles. So I did not get in. I waited. Price continued going up and hit the all-time highs and went past it, right? So now we have an all new all-time high. So price went down. So now price started going down, right? So when price started going down and it went below this fair value gap that I marked up at the 15-second and also did an inversion right here, I said, okay, now let's go back to the 1 minute. So now I'm going back to trading view. Okay, so this is what the 15-second was. And not only that, but look, price was low, high, and created lower low, right? Once I saw that, I was like, oh, beautiful. I got to get into this breaker, right? Because that's a breaker. So I marked that from the wick to the wick. And also fair value gap and an order block, right? So when price went down, I waited because, like I said, I don't like taking trades before 9:45 unless I have a lot of confluences telling me, hey, you know what? You're getting into the ride early. Let's go, right? Buckle your seatbelt and let's go for that ride. So I got in right here. This is where I got into, and I didn't hold into my openings, which is 8:30 at midnight, because I only needed $60, and I was floating at like 150, 200, and by the time I closed it, it went to $67, as you guys could see up here. As you guys can see up here, I only made $67. That's all I needed to pass my account, as you guys could see, of $3,000. That's all I needed. All right. Anyways, so I like to mark up the 7 a.m. and uh, any liquidity from 7 a.m. to 9:30, like buy side and sell side, I mark it up, right? Price likes to run up to one of the buy side, sell side, and then goes reverse, which is called a Judah swing, right? I trade ICT concepts, and this is how he taught it in the 2022 mentorship. And I used to win so many times, and then there'll be a lot more times than I win that price will be up in my favor, $500 to $1,000, and I wouldn't close because I'm going for the TP, and then price will reverse and then go back into my direction even further than my TP. I'm like, what's going on? So then I realized, hey, you know what? Price is hitting that Judas swing. This happens about 2 to 3 times a week, guys. So I don't like trading every day because the more times you trade, the more likely you're about to give back your profits, right? And I don't want to do that. And my goal is to build 5 accounts. I just passed my second one today, and I'm trying to have 5 TopStep accounts and trade that so I can make 25K a month, right? Until I make 125, until they put me in the live account. So, anyway, so that was how I entered. The reason why I wanted sales because we did on the regular trading hours, we were trading up in a premium, right? Look at this high premium that we started off the day with, right? When we closed on yesterday's settlement, it was down here, and this is a huge opening range gap, right? So ICT said price usually goes to halfway point and continues with the continuation, or it will fully close that gap. Because it's a huge gap, I don't want to see it close right away, right? Because the majority of the times it does not close all the way, close to 50% or even a quarter, and then it retraces. Where today it did 50%, and now I don't care where it goes down because I already made my money for the day. That's how I think, right? So let's go back to the electronic trading hours. With that being said, because we started high and the Judas swing was up, I already knew in my head, hey, price is going down. How am I gonna enter? And I entered off the breaker block, right? On that 15 second. Also on that 1 minute, as you guys can see right here. Right? Very simple strategy, guys. And then I marked out the 8:30 open, which is this huge candle right here. Also a fair value gap due to the CPI news that we had this morning. And then the opening gap. The opening range of. The opening price of midnight. Right? And it didn't touch it. Let's see. Oh, it almost touched it. And I like to mark those two up because it shows me where price is likely to go to, right? In reverse. A lot of times in reverse, uh, at the midnight, right? Start reversing, or sometimes it can't even go to the midnight and it reverses at the 8:30, right? So it gives me partials, where to put partials, where to close my whole trade, right? So I don't have to get second guess. Hey, where do I got to put this? Where I got to put that? Everything's already done for me because of my those time frames of the opening range gaps, right? So, anyways, that was the trade for today. I was barely in drawdown. It was awesome. Please continue watching my journey as I become 100,000. Wait, how much I'm gonna be funded with? Let me do the math right quick, boys. Let me do the math. Your boy sucks at math, but good at trading now. Crazy. All right, 250,000, and then I think with my traded funds, my funded futures, it's I'm about to have close to $350,000 worth of funded money, right? Even though it's not the full amount in that account, hey, it's still good to see that my trading is getting me to that point where I could get all these fundeds and not blow my account and gamble like I used to, right? So it's all a stepping stone. Be with the journey, guys. I'll be back again tomorrow. CD trades. You guys have a good one.